Amazon, Apple, and some of these other big tech players, they are consumer centric. I mean, and Amazon is notoriously consumer centric. They don't, everything they do is around the consumer and how to make their lives better and how to make it more efficient. Health systems are provider centric and have been for decades. And that's, and I'm not the first to say this, obviously there's others. This is the famous quote from Geisner's former CEO, who's now at Google, who said the waiting room is indicative of everything we think about the patient, which is you will go into this queue and wait for us. And when we're ready to see you, we'll call you because we are maximizing the time of the provider. And so everything is about the provider. So that I think is the most stark contrast between big tech's approach, and they're always thinking, how can we make this better for the consumer, and health systems approach, which is how do we make this better for the provider? And I'm not against making it better for the provider. I'm just saying, is there a gap there that health systems have to close in order to not be evolved, I guess is what you're saying. I would say disrupted, but evolved.
Yeah, I think there is a gap, but I think they're becoming painfully aware that the gap exists. We as patients, I think of like when I used to go to the doctor when I was a kid, or when I would go with my grandparents to the doctor. It was that old school relationship, right? Just like you said, you'd wait in the waiting room for your 45 minutes past your appointment time, if not longer. The ED is worse, by the way. So it just, that's what we got used to. And I think what's happened, especially as the consumeristic demographics have changed, that's not what consumers are used to anymore. Again, they're seeing these experiences they're having, such as with retail applications that they're using, that financial applications they're using. It's very seamless. You can walk near a Starbucks. You're not going to get a coffee, but you can walk near it, and all of a sudden your phone shows you your favorite drink, and you're like, oh, that's right. And maybe you do want a coffee. So it's predicting